Hey y'all, what is up? Good.
What's up, gang?
Make sure my audio's good.
It
Yep.
is React and Draw. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the stream. We're here to discuss the Marvels. It has debuted. I'm sure you all went out to see it.
We all do. I saw it. It had a great time. I did not see it.
You did not see it.
No,
No,
I
you
did
did
not
not
see it.
see it. You should
Actually, before.
stop
Oh,
capping.
yeah, that's cap. I don't know. Do I have a cap around here? The cap that I wore when I said
Right, that's not ethical journalism.
that. So I can't get definitive on whether I think it's good or bad. I can only tell you that I thought that the trailers and the previews were bad, thus making me not want to see it. As far as the actual movie, maybe I'll see it when it gets to streaming or something. I'll tell you what I did see though before I even get into all that. I finally saw Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Oh, so what you think of
I really liked it actually.
it?
I was like, oh, I mean, it hit all the nostalgia buttons. That the music score was the same, like redone as like yeah, indicative of the old Ghostbuster movies. You know, I didn't
I,
mind.
I was,
Go ahead.
yeah.
Yes, I'll go.
No, I was gonna say that I could tell when they made the movie, they
Hmm.
were seemed to. I got the vibe that they were really trying to win people back from 2016.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I could see the. I don't want to call it the struggle, but the like. It's like the apology. We're sorry, guys. We're sorry.
Yeah, there's a
It's
lot of that going on.
like, come on, we got his granddaughter. We got come on, we got mad ties to the old. I'm like, okay, I get it, guys. I get it. I get it. But I appreciate it though.
Yeah, I
So
mean, there was like a tonal shift to the movie because it did start. It was a comedy,
yeah,
and now it's a drama, which is kind of strange.
yeah.
But seeing like you can't really make comedies, or everyone's real sensitive nowadays. You can see why they decided to just like make it some kind of
Like
nostalgia trip drama
right,
thing.
like a generalized. Hold on for a second. I gotta get my iPad up. Give me a second. All right. Boom. There we go. Sorry. But yeah, it was like a generalized like comedy. I mean, I guess Ghostbusters was always a generalized comedy, but if you wanted to push the comedy, you definitely can't do that in 2023. I mean, you could do it.
Yeah, you probably should do it because you'd have an open playing field to reign, since everyone else is like afraid to do comedies. Like that guy Todd Phillips said he's basically directing these Joker films because he can't do comedy anymore. He's afraid to, or something. This modern climate.
I didn't know that that was his reasoning. Oh,
That's what he said. Yeah.
huh. Well, that's interesting.
Well, I don't know if. Well, he said that he doesn't do comedies because of the climate, or like it'd be hard to do comedies. I gotta get the exact quote. So,
Well, I mean, I guess I get it because some people are oversensitive. And what else did I see? I binge watched The Continental.
oh, with Mel Gibson.
Yeah,
This is the John Wick TV. I guess what side quest spinoff or
yeah.
something, or some
Well, I guess it's not.
prequel.
Yeah, it's a prequel. I guess it's not a side quest.
No,
I
no,
mean,
that's like
it's,
because that's a side quest of John Wick. I guess it's a
it's like,
side quest from the producer
oh
standpoint
yes, 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 yes.
to
It was the
try and
origin of Winston. You know what I'm saying?
yes, wrench all the money out of the franchise and all that.
Right.
So, what did you think?
I like that too. Now,
Oh, interesting.
yeah, like I will say that you know, I mean, it's John Wick, so it's like you're dealing with a lot of plot conveniences sometimes.
Yeah,
But I mean, what haven't we seen from the movies that was a plot convenience? Like my man falling like, 6 stories, and surviving and stuff like that. And while they didn't have anything as probably as absurd as that in the series, there were some times when I'm like, a character needs a gun, and then like you know, an unlikely helper like pops out of nowhere, stuff like that. I was just like, all right, bro, but whatever. It was still highly enjoyable. Uh, so that's what I did this weekend instead of watching the Marvels, which I don't know. I mean, according to the previews, it looked like it wasn't. I wasn't the target audience anyway. So, and when I say I wasn't the target audience, I mean like not as a man, just as like I can't explain it. It looked like because I saw somebody else say like it looked like it was for kids or something.
Well, it did look like it was for kids. I was getting like some kind of, I don't know, Spy Kids 3 vibes, or maybe like a Disney Channel TV movie circa 2003. Like that's the vibe that I guess they were going for.
Right,
And, mixed in with, the modern day stuff, it's like then they mash it up into like a nice, I don't know, patty and serve it up to the public.
right.
But it wasn't it wasn't what, I guess I'm not in the demo, you know.
I mean, well, the numbers are in, so I
And
guess nobody was in the demo. I.
I would say so. It's
uh,
looking like that. And all the in all the articles that I've seen, that seems to be the common consensus between all of them. It's like this thing was misfire. It's not attracting a definitive audience to get out there.
I mean, that's up. Oh, Brina's here. Hey, Brina, what's up?
Hey, what's happening?
Brina, what did you think when the Marvels when you definitely bought the ticket to go see it this week?
That's right, because they were targeting
You were the
you as a
demographic,
demo.
all right. So what? I mean, sorry, I can't help but laugh at this because it's
Yeah, well,
those.
I don't know. They were going for some kind of like young Gen Z demo or something or whatever. They put cats in the trailer. Was represented cats.
Right,
That line where Nick Fury said "Black Girl Magic." So they're doing like Twitter quotes and catchphrases.
I mean, in fact, that's why I'm trying to follow the example. So I have like some of my original characters here. Now I have to have them in the comic books that they are in, say Black Girl Magic, before they do a move like when Ryu does a fireball and says Hadouken.
Right.
So I'm put a word balloon, Black Girl Magic, Black Girl Magic,
Right.
Black Girl
If you
Magic.
could
You know what
fit
I'm
in
saying?
some other
Like,
catchphrases in there, I'm sure that would help. If you could fit in the words like Yas and Slay and
yeah,
that's T and sis and all that. Like you could put all that in, then I'm sure the marketing machine, the marketing wizards will pat you on the head for a good job, well done.
right. So yeah, I'll make sure to get that into my titles, y'all. So you won't be
It's
disappointed.
like basically, it's like the trailer for the Marvels was giving off that how you doing, fellow kids vibe. The Steve Buscemi meme
Yes. Yeah, it was.
from a marketing department standpoint of like their desired audience, which is like I don't know, people on Tumblr and denizens who they selectively like. Not the problem people on those sites, but
Right. So, hold on. Brina says here, I heard it wasn't that bad, but still not good. Also, I was too busy watching Blue Eye Samurai over the weekend to care about the Marvels. Yeah, I was just saying before came on this weekend I binge watched the Continental and I watched Ghostbusters Afterlife and that's what I was doing instead of watching the Marvels. Power is here. What's up?
what's up, power? Yeah, I don't know. I was watching random stuff. Like I'm just on, K drama action binge.
Oh, there you go.
I was watching some show called Bargain on Paramount Plus.
Hmm.
I guess it came out last year, but they put it on this year. It's like this criminal organ dealer enterprise, like in a this building collapses where they're doing all the illegal organ dealing. So like the buyers and the sellers are trapped within because there's an earthquake,
Mm.
and then they have to escape and fight each other. one guy's organs were about to be, I guess, harvested. He like escaped, and he like has to battle his way out with like two other people. It was interesting, you know. It's funny because like the fight choreography on these TV shows is like better than most fight choreography in these movies. Even though like you can only imagine what the budget of like a Korean TV show is compared to like what Hollywood does.
Right.
See, thing is like with the problem is with like movies and like fight choreography is that in America they're always shaking the camera and they're editing the camera
Yeah.
in silly ways. Like when the guy throws a punch, they'll like cut right there before it hits him on the face. It's like stuff like that sucks.
Yeah. They need to show some connection.
Yeah. See, when the Koreans they choreograph their fight scenes, they take the camera and they move with the person as they're delivering, you know, the fight choreography.
Right.
They have a guy with the camera moving with the person, you know, and
Track the action.
right. So they're
They
tracking the
track the
action.
action.
They're not shaking it up to like hide the fact that they didn't really have fight choreography. They actually know what they're doing. I was doing that, and I watched an episode of Spy X Family.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. I still need, have so much anime to catch up on, and Spy X Family is definitely one of them. So I gotta stop playing around and get on that.
The interesting thing is, I guess now we're gonna see. Oh man, we're gonna see a lot of things change. Now they're talking about, are superheroes done? Are they
Hmm.
finished? Is it time to move to video game theme things? Because they see like how they're making this new Link movie, and they
Oh,
saw how
Legend of
well,
Zelda.
yeah, and they see like how that what was that thing that Super Mario did well, and the Five Nights of Freddy's
Right.
got like a crazy box office
Because
opening.
they think that's the
So
new thing.
yeah, like they could budget it low and then make all this money. Now, Five Nights at Freddy's, I think like it didn't sustain the box office, but the haul it got
Mm,
is
okay.
crazy compared to how much it cost to make. Like the Marvels cost like what, like $300 million to make,
There's about.
right? So, and it did. I mean, they're saying it's flopping. That is the headlines all over the place that
That's
it's
what
flopping,
that's what I'm seeing. So it's like
but it made 110 million,
yes.
like combined, I guess, here and overseas. Now, if you're, if you're a Bloomhouse and you make some horror movie
Hmm.
about some concept-based film with no stars in it, and you were yet cost like $1 million to make, and you made 110 million, they would call you a genius.
You said, but a Blumhouse movie, it's not gonna cost 200.
Yeah, it's not gonna cost 200 something $million. It's not gonna have any Hollywood stars like Samuel Jackson.
Right. So they
It's gonna
got
have
that
special
going for
effects budget of of the Disney Corporation.
So let me see here. Let's see what you guys talk about. Power said, too busy caring about Invincible and Class to care about. I forgot Invincible freaking season 2 is out. Okay, I need to watch that too. Uh,
Right. I also saw that too. I saw Invincible.
oh, you saw it, all of it?
Well, I mean,
Oh,
whatever.
it's releasing episode by episode, right? Like,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha. Yeah, so I need to get on that myself. Um, Brady says Netflix, quite a bit of animated shows for the week. So I'm going through them right now. Yeah, they are. In fact, well, they didn't they announced Arcane season 2, which I'm gonna be I'm excited for. I kind of revamped my Jinx a little bit right here, as you can see. This was the older one, and here's the new
Oh,
one.
okay. This is from Arcane.
Yeah, in fact, I think this picture, this right here, was probably my first attempt of using the spotting black style. Like I think this was my first attempt ever.
Ah, I see.
It was the beginning of like maybe like 2 years ago or a year ago or so. And here's my update, which I still haven't finished, but I'll. Yes, Brina, they did. They season 2. Yes, there was a little teaser. Unless I'm mistaken, I'll go look it up again. But
No, that was a teaser. That was a teaser.
okay, yeah, there you go. I think it was a teaser of Jinx like walking, and that was it. And
Yeah,
off of
it
that, I
was
was
no.
I was hyped off of that. I was like, okay, I'm ready. Mr.
I also
Rasmi.
saw a teaser. Only it was only like in words. They only had like words and no images or anything
Yeah.
of Terminator anime on Netflix.
Really?
Yeah, I guess it's some co-production between America and Production IG.
Okay, bring it on. Cool. Um,
I don't know what it's about. I don't know what's
there's a
going
John
on.
Wick anime in production.
Yes, yes. There's also a John Wick anime in production.
There's a Rasmi is here. What's up? What's up, man?
Anime's taking over. So,
It's taking over. Brina says she likes the update. Oh, thank you. I don't know. There was something like I did the first one. I kind of didn't like the face. I ain't gonna lie to you. Because I was trying to emulate it off a facial expression of a particular still, but I'm like, eh. So yeah, this is this is the
yes, this is cool.
and there's
And
also
plus, yes,
the
good.
the when she like kind of transformed version. I'll do an update of that too, except like I'm gonna have her with a crazier like expression on her face. So I'll put that out sometime. I got commissions and stuff to do, but oh, and this was the other Jinx picture that I never freaking finished. But so yeah, let me get into some of this. Let's see what's going on with the Marvel. Give me a moment. Boom, boom, boom. All right, what we got here.
Yeah, I think the yes, it's a very concise article that we can look at. It just basically goes through the numbers here. So this is from Axios,
Right.
and the title is Disney's The Marvels flops at the box office. I mean, and this is very interesting because I've never really seen these mainstream, the mainstream media use this kind of language, flops. Everyone struggles at the
Yeah.
box office. Usually they don't go this hard at Disney,
No, and they're kind of
'cause this,
coming. They're coming down with a hammer, especially Variety. And I didn't even
yeah,
check out the Variety had like 2 to 3 articles last week.
yeah,
Apparently
their
today
banner
they have.
on X is just flaming them like
Yeah, I mean they changed their banner. They changed their banner. Oh, what's up,
mhm,
Phase here? What's up? They changed their banner,
yes.
but they still had a. It had to be like 2 days straight. They had that banner up, just flaming Marvel. After a while, I was like, don't ask me why, but I was like, yo, y'all leave Marvel alone for a second, bro. But I mean, everybody's talking about them, but I'm like, yo, a banner though. It was kind of crazy. Apparently they had like 10 different articles today. Allegedly, I
Mm.
have to go check it myself. I didn't get to read it. All right. Well, so here we go. What we got here?
Because usually they fear like retribution from Disney or something, like losing access or whatever. So, is this some kind of internal struggle? Is it people from within Disney are giving the media the permission or the go ahead to like flame them so they can start firing people?
I don't know. Is this clean house time?
I don't know. We
I
always want,
what?
we always wonder what clean house time at Disney would look like. And usually you can't clean house over there because the media runs cover for them. But if the media is no longer running cover for them and they're, roasting them, then it leaves the people who like, I guess, produce this kind of stuff with no place to hide.
I mean, they going through a rough time. I mean, they had Strange World that like flopped right, legitimately, like last year.
Oh man, yeah, I forgot all about that.
and then and then and then they had the little. I don't know. Did Little Mermaid do the numbers it was supposed to do?
I feel like it did enough. That's what I feel like it made
Right.
a profit enough. Like they some people were like, oh, it flopped, but like I don't think it
Yeah, I
did.
don't. I don't think it flopped either.
I think it scraped by. I think like it made some money.
And then you have your whole mini scandal with Snow White. Then
Right.
they had to change the dwarves, some CGI like. Uh,
Yeah. Now they're claiming that that was not a change. That was always intended.
uh Okay,
Uh,
Disney, got you. Understood. Whatever that means. Well, hold on. Let's see what they got here.
Yeah,
Disney's latest superhero flick, The Marvels, brought in around 47 million at the domestic box office in its weekend debut, according to ComScore, marking the worst domestic weekend debut in Marvel franchise history. Hold on. I thought 47 million was the first day. They saying it's the whole weekend?
that's what it says. The weekend.
I'm just going through this in real time, y'all, because I, okay. Well, why it matters. The film's poor performance is yet another sign of superhero and comic book fatigue, hitting theater goers as pressure for profits increases at major entertainment companies. By the numbers, the Marvels reportedly cost 220 million to produce and another 100 million to market, but it didn't come close to hitting initial projections. You know what I like about these? Like, I don't know if this is a new thing, but I swear people never used to mark like the marketing budget.
Yeah, I feel like they only talked about the budget. But if they want to wreck you, they'll mention the marketing budget.
Mm, okay.
So now I don't know. It somehow Disney is in the crosshairs of the media for some reason. Very interesting. Very interesting. And it might be because of the strike, the writer strike and the actor strike. Maybe because they had an adversarial stance against Disney, and maybe this is just a continuation of that.
Well, before I go on to the article, Brina has some interesting statements right here. Says it's because they don't like Disney because they don't like Bob Iger. It's cool for the mainstream to dislike Disney because of SAG-AFTRA.
Ah, see? Yep. Right there. Right there.
That's what's going on. Because I'm like, so now it's like, what, they telling the truth?
Yeah, I guess
What is
like the
this?
strike is over, but it like just ended like a few days ago. And this is like the residual beef anger towards their product, even though the product, is by people that they would normally protect. Like the director of the movie, Nia DaCosta. Like they're wrecking them to wreck Disney.
Well,
Interesting.
I
It's
mean,
just an interesting
it's kind of funny
turn.
nonetheless because
Yeah, it's just an interesting development. Like what's
um,
going on?
Power says crappy CGI, mind you. I oh for the Marvels. I mean, I don't like Miss Marvel's effects. I'll tell you that right now. It's a crystallized. Rasmain says you got to respect Disney's ability to lie. Wait, no, you don't. Brina says, "Nah, I believe they were always going to do the CGI dwarves. Oh, for Snow White. But then Peter Dinklage started saying stuff, and they cut them out. Oh yeah, that was a whole thing." Rasmain said, "YouTube movie YouTubers popularized talking about marketing budgets. Interesting, but yeah." So yeah, let's get back into these wonderful numbers over here. Um, where did I leave off? The movie was initially expected to bring in roughly 80 million domestically, nearly double of its actual domestic debut. It brought in just 63 million internationally, bringing its worldwide gross sales to 110 million in its first weekend. It said, "Oh yes, but the film stars were unable to promote the movie until it was essentially ready to debut. The actors' strike that shut down Hollywood production and promotional activities for nearly 4 months beginning in July wasn't resolved until last Thursday." Oh, this is a very short article. Okay, let's see. Sorry, let me see. Between the lines, Marvel movies were once seen as Disney's theatrical silver bullet, but the franchise has struggled to maintain the extraordinary momentum it had prior to the pandemic. And then it goes to one of Avengers Endgame, which debuted in 2019, still the highest grossing Marvel movie of all time. I wonder what those numbers were. While there have been a few post-pandemic hits such as Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, and Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, there have also been expensive there have also been expensive underperformers. Like Ant Man. Of course, they mentioned Ant Man, which I still have not yet seen, by the way. Between the lines, the franchise fatigue was also has also hit Warner Brothers Discovery's theatrical presentations of DC Comics. Shazam! Fury of the Gods, The Flash, Blue Beetle. I forgot about Shazam. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I forgot there was a whole sequel. All struggled in their box office debuts this year, excuse me.
Yeah, a Blue Beetle. I'm going to go out and I'm going to just say it's less recognizable than Captain Marvel, right? I mean, Captain Marvel,
Yes.
the first movie, made $1 billion. It was
Mm-hmm.
sandwiched between Endgame and Infinity War, you know, and the domestic box office for Blue Beetle was 25.4 million.
Opening weekend.
Yes.
Oof.
So it's like half, almost like, you know,
Mm.
a little less than half than the Marvels.
Yo, I didn't even make that movie, and that hurt me just. It was
I
also
mean,
my fault because I didn't go see the movie.
yeah, in foreign markets, it says Blue Beetle took in 18 million, so it brings the global opening weekend to 43 million. So the Marvels, I guess, made a lot overseas, well, more
Yeah,
overseas
63
to get
million
it to like,
according. So that.
yeah, so it's more popular overseas. I mean, they add up all the countries together, I guess.
Oh, I guess that was the end of the article. Okay. Let me see their. It says yes, but there are still a few superhero franchises that have proven to be routine successes, including the Avengers, Spider-Man, and Batman. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 also had a solid debut this spring. The big picture overall, strike driven film delays and disappointing box office results for several superhero and comic franchise have caused the amount of US box office revenues for action films to crater this year compared to the last. And that's basically it. Now, hold on. I'm gonna just have a so online discourse has been interesting. Like I said, I can't go into the quality of the film because I didn't see the film. I could just go into what I felt, how I viewed the previews, and to me, all the previews were cringe, every single one of them, which made me not want to see the movie. Maybe I'll give you a review of the movie when it streams, because yeah, I'm not running out to see the Marvels. But of course, we have people that are on the net, uh, including including Stephen King for some saying that the reason that Marvel's failed is because of sexism. I saw a couple of people saying it's because of racism. I guess which you would have to skip over Brie Larson to get to Photon and Miss Marvel. Now, th- look, none of this makes any sense to me. None of it makes any sense to me because to come to this conclusion, you will have to forget that there were a big majority of people that did not like the Flash, did not watch Blue Beetle. Well, I guess Blue Beetle counts in racism content. I guess to their claim, right? Did not watch the Flash. Did not watch Quantumania. Didn't watch Shazam. Okay, and to their claim of like sexism and racism, Wakanda Forever made I think domestically 181 million in its weekend debut. So these low numbers are not an excuse. Now, if we want to talk about promotion wise, yeah, we can't use that excuse either. Because how much did Barbie make?
Barbie box office. All right. It made $1.4 billion.
Okay, so that didn't get the push either because they were on strike at that time.
Yeah.
So what the claims of like racism,
Yeah.
sexism. I'm like, yo, all right, stop, like stop. Stop. Because one, Barbie happened. Two, Wakanda Forever had more money gained, and three, we've all been tired of these recent few comic movies. Now, the only recent comic movie that I saw was The Flash, and I ain't like it. I didn't see Quantumania because I just didn't feel like it. I was watching John Wick Chapter 4 and Creed 3 instead. I didn't see Shazam. Like, we're not here to see a bunch of, like, not only B list characters, but B list characters done poorly.
Right. That you need to do homework for in order to know who they are.
Right.
Now, I saw WandaVision and I did not see the Miss Marvel show.
Mm-hmm.
The trailers for that didn't appeal to me,
Right.
but I'm aware of the character, like in the periphery of the comic that from Marvel and whatever. But it's not a draw to make me go see the movie, and I certainly don't want to do homework to better understand the character so that it can enhance my experience of watching the film. Like all those things together make me not go want to bother.
Right.
Now, a movie like Barbie has a very, I guess, it's expand. The market for that is like it's women,
Yes. But it's like,
couples,
but
you know,
it's very targeted to women.
right. It's also an IP that is like recognizable around the world. Like every girl around the world has a Barbie.
Yeah. But also, and I say this given the fact that I've neither seen the Marvels nor Barbie, but just from the previews, I could tell Barbie's a better movie than the Marvels. To,
Well, it
to
certainly
my
has.
to my viewing opinion of the previews.
I mean, I guess it has more of a targeted audience. Like they geared it towards bright colors.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of has a premise like like it's stuff people have seen before. Like they could tell what the premise is. They live in Barbie world, and then they have to go to the real world.
Right.
It's something that's like a premise you can basically explain to people in like 5 seconds. It's like what they call the elevator pitch in Hollywood. Like if you're like a screenwriter and you're trying to pitch your idea to producer, it's like, can you explain the premise before the elevator gets down to the lobby?
Yeah.
Then that's the way you should always phrase your pitches. Not like you see, like even when I watch these videos that came out today talking about the Marvels,
Mm-hmm.
from YouTubers, I couldn't even understand the plot. They're like, oh yeah, she's in the space, and then this guy, the blah blah blah, and the lore of this, and the alien race of that, and they have to go to the jump warp dimension of this, and then they're on this planet. It's just like, come on, like, give me a break. Like, you gotta explain that Iron Man, it's a guy in a suit.
Yeah. That's pretty.
He fights other Iron Men, like people build their own suit to do bad things.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's about man and machine. It's like very simple to understand. This stuff is it's just a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot for some characters that you never heard of before. It's a
Right.
lot of homework to do for characters that you never heard of. I guess versus Barbie, which I guess every person's heard of.
Yes.
Certainly every woman's heard of and enjoys. And went to see because they made $1.4 billion. Now, it's also because the demo that they're going for this movie based on the trailer, I'm not sure how could they expect $1 billion, like a repeat success of the first movie. I don't know how. Because it's like
I don't even
people
know what
know
the
the other
demo
two
is.
characters less than Captain Marvel, and they're all in there together. People are not really that familiar with these two actors either.
Right.
So it's more lore they have to be saddled with. Their comic books themselves don't sell.
No, because I'm
They're
people don't.
routinely canceled and rebooted and canceled and rebooted. There's been more money like sunk into these uh comic books than actually taken in terms of revenue.
Right.
Between all the reboots and the variant covers and all the artists they got to hire and all the promotion they have to do, and all the whining and dining they have to do to the press just to keep these comics in print, and then they get canceled. Then they have to reboot it again and start the whole thing over. Trying to get these characters over with the public has probably sunk in more cash than is taken back. They gotten out of it.
I mean, they've been
Meanwhile,
trying to
Barbie
get.
was already like a multi-billion-dollar franchise in terms of toys, and then they just made a movie about it.
Yeah.
These are like struggling characters that they have. Now they're getting a movie.
And they're expected to do well because, I mean, look, I get it.
It's like, remember McDonald's back in the 80s? They had like a movie like Mac and Me. They were trying to rip off E.T.
Yeah.
And they were trying to make Mac this weird looking alien, scary looking alien, by the way.
Yeah.
Those McDonald's into a character.
Right.
They made him into a movie. It flopped. Imagine they just made the sequel just because. Like, oh, let's just make a sequel just because.
Well, I don't know.
It'd be like, why are you making a sequel of a flop character?
That's why Marvel's weird. I'm like, yo, these characters didn't hit in the comics, and you want to do a movie. I can
Did
say
they have to like kill Miss Marvel in the comics, and then they brought her back as a mutant? They're trying to reimagine her just to like get more heat on the character and all these gimmicks.
apparently in the show that I didn't see, somebody was telling me that they try to hint that she was a mutant in there too.
Okay. Maybe that'll be the new X-Men when they unveil it. It will be she'll be on the team or something.
I don't know, man.
But like at the end of the day, it's like, is this what Marvel's about? Is it trying to get characters over? And what I mean over, I mean like get that's like a wrestling term, like they're trying to get like a new wrestler to be accepted by the public and beloved. And the way they'll do it is usually like they'll have some new wrestler, and then John Cena will, I don't know, pal around with the guy so you know that he's cool or something. Like they'll do something like that.
I mean, I don't even know if they. I can't tell what they believe because there's those rumors that they want Robert Downey Jr. and back and Scarlett Johansson back or something. But then they're also trying to do, like, I saw some report which I did not verify talking about the Young Avengers, and it's what Miss
Young
Marvel.
Avengers.
Yeah, Miss Marvel. The post that I saw, like I said, did not verify it. It's Miss Marvel, Kate Bishop, and I guess is that Ant-Man's daughter or something? I don't know who the third person was.
Oh yeah.
And I'm
they
like,
were,
wow, these are three characters nobody want to see. But
and it's not us saying that. It's what the box office is saying. I mean, I read the the Axios report. This isn't some conspiracy article or something. The numbers are in, like, the Ant-Man Quantumania with that character, Cassie or whatever.
yeah,
They didn't they don't want to see that. So now they want to see her solo without Ant-Man.
yeah, that's gonna be fun.
In
fact,
they didn't want to see they didn't want to see Ant-Man. Now they're gonna see Ant-Man's daughter. I mean, this is like a weird financial flex. Like, this is like, I don't care if it's successful. Here you go. Here's some more.
We put it out anyway. I'm like, all right, do you?
I mean, it's interesting. I mean, like, look, I mean, is Disney now like an art house company? Like, they don't care what you care about, the public cares about. They think this is art, high art, and they're gonna put it out regardless.
I mean, they could say that, but then when the rumors talking about like old stars coming back, I'm like, I don't know how hard they actually believe in that.
Yeah, it's true.
Hold on, my bad. Let's go.
So why don't you explain to people what you're drawing to, by the way? This is
I'm drawing. I know he's not on right now, but my boy John V. Page. I'm drawing some pages for him right now. That's gonna be in a audio comic book that he is producing, and I'm helping him draw the comic book. It's gonna be speech. It's gonna be music. It's gonna be fun. Trying to get it out for later this month.
right. It's called Ruthless. It'll be on the JVP Music YouTube channel, so check that out when you get the chance.
Right.
The first episode is up there, so this will be episode 2.
2, yes.
All right. Let me check up with the chat. You have I don't know. They haven't.
What the last thing Brina said? Brina said racism. Hold on, I can't hardly see it. because of the way my OBS set up. Racism in this situation is actually crazy considering the lead is literally white. Oh, which
I'm
I
gonna explain that, Sean.
huh?
I mean, that comment is like, yeah, it's
Right.
Monica Rambeau
Hmm.
was Captain Marvel before
Carol Danvers.
Carol Danvers was
Right.
Captain Marvel in the comic timeline.
Hmm.
But in the MCU timeline, Captain Marvel was always Captain Marvel. I mean, Carol Danvers was always Captain Marvel.
Right.
And they had to make up some, some other thing for Monica Rambeau to be.
Right. Which is kind of funny. I don't know if a lot of people know that, but I mean,
Right. In the comics, her name is Photon now,
yeah. So
even
now,
though she'll still be Captain Marvel.
right. So I guess she's photon here,
Yes.
but I don't know. But yeah, there's been claim. Oh, I forgot to talk. Well, there was apparently a survey that was going around because especially with all the Twitter, and I swear it's only Twitter. Maybe it's IG too, but Twitter. Uh, X. Excuse me. I'm supposed to call this thing X. Talking about like the sexism claims, but apparently some survey came out that I don't know how accurate it is, but they were like
Yeah.
women
Yeah.
did not flock to see the Marvels either.
Yeah. They have the survey, and it's from Deadline, which is an industry magazine,
Hmm.
right? It's like right up there with Variety and Hollywood Reporter.
Right.
And they're saying they have some numbers here.
Hmm.
Let's say they're citing a survey. It says diagnostics on the Marvels: 65% male leaning, with 45% men over 25,
Hmm.
22% women over 25, giving it the best grades at 82%. Men under 25 at 20%, and
Hmm.
women under 25 at 14%. The biggest demo was 25 to 34 at 33%.
Hmm.
It says diversity demos were 36 Caucasian, 27% Latino, Hispanic 17%, and Black, and 14% Asian.
So hold on. How much was the black and Hispanic?
It says 27%.
But racism
No,
though.
sorry. No.
Okay.
Sorry, it's 27% Latino and Hispanic, 17% was Black, and 14% Asian. So it was 17%.
You know what? In matter of fact, I'm not even gonna bother in articulating that thought. But racism. All right. Oh, cool. And somehow Wakanda Forever bodied this movie. I don't know why people come up with these. Like, we all saw the same previews, right?
Yeah, I guess it turns out, like, the approach also to this movie is that it's a comedy,
It's
and
not
it's
very
silly, and
funny.
it's
It
a
didn't look
comedy.
very funny.
Right. It didn't look funny. Like, if you're doing a comedy, you got to pick a struggle. You got to pick a lane. Like, if you're gonna do a comedy, you better have some joke writers.
Yes.
I know comedy is subjective. What makes one person laugh is not the same as what makes another person laugh. But you got to try. You know what I mean? Like when Jonah Hill did those comedies, like This Is the End, or they make Pineapple Express with Seth Rogen and stuff. They actually have like jokes in the trailer,
Yes.
and maybe some of them make you laugh, and some of them are like sight gags. Maybe they fall down or something. Like, you have to have a joke that make you laugh.
I don't know what's
Like,
supposed
remember
to.
The Hangover when like Mike Tyson, he's singing like Phil Collins and then he punches him,
Right. Right. Right.
and then like the trailer laugh. Everyone in the theater was laughing when they saw the trailer. They don't have a moment like that in the trailer, so of the Marvels. So
Yeah, I don't know what's supposed to be. uh,
right, and maybe the people who watch these movies want their superheroes taken seriously. They don't want to be like some kind of silly romp.
Like, I don't know. I mean,
I
I
think what
guess
confused I think what confused the issue with the comedy thing at Marvel was probably Thor Ragnarok
yes.
and James Gunn stuff, like with the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, that is true.
But somehow the Guardians of the Galaxy, what James Gunn does, he has comedy, but then he'll also have like real serious moments out of nowhere.
Juxtaposed with yes.
Right, with the comedy. He puts and then he like brings it all back and then like also like kind of what they call it? Like subversive stuff in there too.
Yes.
That almost borders like on an R-rated feel,
Right.
even though it's PG-13. And then he brings it back to like heart, like so you can actually take the movie seriously. It's
Seriously.
like an emotional journey he's trying to take you on.
I mean, I don't know what the Marvels is providing. I heard there was a don't know how true this is. But like I said, I didn't see the movie. I heard there was like a super long like uh, singing segment.
Yeah.
Uh, Look, man, I don't know. That's not something I want to see. You know what I was doing? Was it today or it was probably yesterday? And I was like looking at old Marvel trailers. I like, yo, some of those old Marvel trailers are really good. Like the event, like the first Avengers trailer, or it might have been the second Avengers trailer. Like that trailer was awesome. The Winter Soldier trailer was awesome. I don't know. Brina said, singing in Marvel, how Disney of it. I mean, yeah, apparently y'all care about spoilers on here. I mean, it's not even a big spoiler. Rasmus says Monica Rambeau, Captain Marvel debuted when I was in middle school and we didn't appreciate her. It says I've never been part of a survey at the movies. Race. Yeah, Rasmus, you're gonna have to tell them like, yo, what's up? Why don't y'all hit me up for freaking reviews?
And where were those numbers before? Like now they have like guys with clipboards outside this movie and they're reporting on it. Like where was the clipboard people and the survey people for Blue Beetle and Charlie's Angels for Ghostbusters 2016? Like
Now they're trying to check. I don't know. They checking super hard now because they see a Marvel like just drop off.
I don't know. It's like Knives Out for Disney for some reason. It's very interesting. I guess it's because it's maybe the
It's like
ill will
Astra.
towards the yeah exactly the strikes. Now they're striking back. Um, although the people that were striking, this is the kind of entertainment they prefer, right?
Mm, I suppose
Unless
so.
unless it's not, because it seems like I don't know,
You could keep talking. Give me. I will be right back.
like I wonder if the directors and the actors really like this kind of stuff that they put out. Like if you had a real conversation with the director of Blue Beetle and you really had a conversation with the people that make this Marvel stuff, it's like do they like it? I don't know. Mike has bad knees is here. He says blood is in the water. Yeah, blood's in the water, you know. But can they redeem? Can they bring the success back? They would have to reorganize and reimagine what they're trying to do. I always thought it was kind of a mistake, like um those Disney presentations, where Kevin Feige walks out there like he's giving a TED talk, and they have the jumbotron behind him, and he just like says the 30 movies are gonna come out for the next 2 years. Like he's Babe Ruth calling home runs before he even swings the bat. And I'm like, I know you guys have crazy success, but don't you want to see how a few of these movies do? Because not only did he announce 1 year's worth of films, he announced 2 years worth of films, as if he thought like all these movies are going to be back to back to back successes.
What are you talking about? The phase plans?
Yes, and for him to like say, okay, we're not doing we're going to change the Avengers team, we're going to change Kang. I don't know. We're gonna bring back Iron Man and you know Black Widow, and you know what I mean. They're gonna supercharge the X-Men maybe
Right.
in the next phase. I don't know. Like he'll have to like redo the board, which they've done already. They announced a few projects when they for Star Wars
Yeah.
back in the day. Like they were gonna have the I forgot that. Remember they were gonna have a Star Wars show where it's about pilots, like X-wing pilots or something, or
I I'm
and it
trying to
was gonna
recall
star
this.
Gina Carano, and then I guess that didn't happen. And it was
Oh.
gonna be, and the director of that was gonna be the person that directed Wonder Woman.
Hmm.
And then Wonder Woman 84 happened, so they kind of like, and the Gina Carano thing I guess happened, so then they kind of just don't talk about that anymore.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So they kind of just remove that project from existence. They just
I
they had a logo for it and everything. They were seemed to be certain they were going to make this thing, but then it kind of quietly got erased from existence. Now with this Marvel thing, they announced like so many projects. They're going to have to, like, I don't know, rewrite them all. Some of them are already filmed or partially filmed before the strike or in production. Like I guess the Captain America movie,
Oh, right, yes.
that's a go. And
Who's
Shang-Chi, I guess, came out, and now he's gonna be an Avenger. Is that what's gonna happen?
I
So
don't
when they
know.
make this Avengers movie, they're gonna just have what? The characters. I think they're were they really not gonna bring anybody back? Like,
No.
I guess so. Yeah.
That's what I feel. No. They were literally gonna bring out Team B. It's more like Team Z. Depending on the character. Depending on the character. And
It's like team, yeah. It's like I guess they thought the only legacy stars they had from the old phases was just going to be Ant-Man and Thor.
I will say there's some Team B characters that I personally would like to see on the Avengers. Like I got no problem with Winter Soldier and the Falcon. Well, I mean they made him Captain America now. I'm not really feeling that, but if he was still the Falcon and it was Winter Soldier, I'd be like, yeah, them on there cool because they were banding up with the Avengers anyway in the MCU verse. These other people, who's gonna be on there? Freaking Mark Chavez. I don't care. Oh, freaking! I forgot Natasha's not even here no more because she should be there. I don't know. Oh, let me see.
Yeah.
Let me see these comments.
Yeah, Brina says Netflix came out with 6 animated shows at the same time last week. 7 if you count Spider-Verse. What? Oh, this time I think I'm
Yeah.
talking to someone else. I thought it was 4. My guess. Brina says Arcane 2 is coming out. Part 2 is coming out November of next year.
Yep.
Really? That's insane.
Yeah.
They're previewing that now.
Trying to get that hype up,
I guess so.
and that's gonna make
It's a
it.
hype economy. I mean, there's so much information like drilled into you every day with like all these projects. I guess they gotta hype you up every day until it comes out, just or else
Yeah.
you'll forget.
People remember it. I'm gonna remember it.
Mm-hmm. Rasmus says actors act like they don't watch things. They're good at acting. Mike has bad nieces. I think that they think they could put out anything and we'll eat it up. Yeah, I guess they figure like, look, if my budget is big enough for these special effects and I have $100 million in promotion, you'll watch anything I put out.
Yeah, if they it's once they don't start making their money back that it starts being a problem.
Right.
All of a sudden now we got 8 million variety articles among other articles talking about have they lost their touch? What's going on? Should they stop making movies? Is MCU dropping? What's gonna happen next? I'm like, damn, y'all.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not even talking about just getting rid of Captain Marvel movies or Ant-Man movies.
They
They're
talking
talking
about
about getting rid of the whole superhero genre movies.
it's hard for video games. Superhero
Yeah.
movies running out. Superhero fatigue.
Exactly.
They don't
Yeah,
give a
this is just a
damn.
video
Okay, these
game.
articles don't give a damn. It's funny because they talk about people like us who are like fans who are disappointed in some of these productions.
Mm-hmm.
These articles are
Yeah, they're harder than most YouTube titles.
YouTubers
So
are just like, can y'all start making better movies? Like, can y'all fix
yeah,
it? The articles are like, fix what? Anyway, time for Super Mario 2, time for Legend of Zelda, time for get the superhero stuff out of here. I'm like, whoa, y'all are
yeah,
y'all are harsh.
stop.
They came in with the time to stop.
True. And it's probably because only Warner Brothers and Marvel have access to all these superheroes.
Yeah,
So Paramount and Sony has Spider Man, but it just has Spider Man, like all the and Venom, I guess.
and Morbius and Craven.
Yeah, and Madam Web.
Oh right.
But all these other studios, I guess, do not have access to superhero stuff, so they're probably like hoping for the downfall of some of these companies.
Well, dang.
They're like, I don't have any superheroes in my company, so let it burn.
Well,
Rasme says, Mahershala Ali, someone let Mahershala Ali slap the girl so he can get out of doing Blade.
man, don't talk to me about Blade, man. That the fact that they're screwing Blade up, man.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. Mahershala read those scripts and was like, "I'm the fourth lead, allegedly. I'm the fourth lead in my own movie."
How do you screw
It's like
Blade?
the fourth
It
lead in
gets
his
me
movie.
every time.
Well, I guess if they have the team of producers that work on the Marvel, like if they think that's the kind of stuff that is resonating with fans, then I don't see how they can make a Blade movie. Like if they think the Marvel is the pinnacle of cool, then I don't see how they can make a movie about vampires walking in slow mo, killing vampires and having backflips and shootouts and kung fu fights and ninjutsu, with a badass soundtrack.
Right. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna. You don't go from singing, singing in a fight scene playing rat tat tat, and then like, oh, it's time to make a Blade movie.
Yeah, like the hardest beats they ever heard was like an a Doja Cat song. Well, these producers are like cycling on their Peloton. They're watching Blade and they're like, "What is this song? Why do you have to have Massive Attack and Most Def? I don't even know what that is."
Can they hit like I was watching clips of like Winter Soldier. I'm like, yo, they can't even do this anymore, bro. They legitimately can't do this anymore. Like,
Yeah, on the trailer they had like a bunch of explosions, and the trailer for the original Avengers movie, they had a bunch of explosions, and they play Nine Inch Nails. We're in this together now.
with it cut with the trailer edited and cut properly with the dark music in the background when the trailer starts
Right.
before the song with Loki in the shadows jumping trying to stab somebody, bro. Like it was like legit like the explosion, the cops running from cars like blowing up. I was like, yo, this is hard. They can't do that no more. Now what we got? Rat tat tat, bro. That's what we
Yeah. Explain the rat-a-tat-tat. Like,
got. The,
people don't know.
can we even show that?
No, you can't show it.
Yeah,
But
probably.
apparently there was some rap song playing or something like that, like some kind of cover version of a rap song
Yeah, y'all gotta go on
during a fight
Twitter.
scene.
Yeah, y'all gotta go on Twitter and type in the Marvels clips, and one of those clips is a fight scene that starts with Captain Marvel in the house, and and then I don't know, it switches to Miss Marvel, and probably the worst song that you could. I get it; it was supposed to be comedic, but it was just so annoying. Like the whole scene, like everything about it was annoying. I can't explain it. Y'all gonna have to see it for yourselves. If you haven't seen it, you probably have. That was the nail in the coffin for me because the trailers were already corny enough. When I saw that clip, I was like, "Yeah, I'm definitely not watching this for money. I'll see it when it streams. I'm good."
Yeah. we're like so far away of in we're so far removed from the realm of coolness.
Ah,
Yeah. Like badassery and like slick gothic look and feel of a movie. They can't even do a Blade movie. These are like I don't know producers who don't watch vampire movies. They watch The Voice on NBC. They watch Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton judge teenagers on how well they can cover country songs
right.
from Nashville or something. This is what they watch. They don't watch, John Carpenter movies. They don't watch, kung fu movies. they don't listen to Nine Inch Nails.
Hell no. Hell no. And that's what killed me when I saw the trailer again for the original Avengers. I'm just like, what is this? This is
They
like
watch reality
foreign.
shows. Yeah, they watch reality shows. They don't watch Nine Inch Nails. They watch reality shows about like a nail shop or something. Who's gonna win like the nail shop contest?
Could never. Could never. Never again. It's sad.
These back in the '90s, you could turn on TV and watch MTV. They'll have like alternative music, grunge, and something like that. Some dudes screaming and yelling.
Right. Let's see. Let's go to the chat real quick again, right here.
Yeah.
Where did we leave off? My bad, y'all. Um,
Mike has bad knees. Says they want to make the Blade movie the black version of Twilight. I guess so. And like a Tyler Perry, I guess, drama or something.
they're trying to make Bloodlight. I don't know how
I
that's
guess
gonna
so.
fly.
It's like I don't know. I guess they blaming Blade for all their problems. The fourth lead in his own movie and his daughter. Blade needs to step up and be a man and raise his kids.
Yeah, the movie called Blade though. If the movie was called Bloodline, that'd be different. But it's called Blade.
Yeah.
So, Rasmus says with their politics backwards, they wouldn't even let Blade train a female protege.
Nah, there's no
Nah,
training. She's already great.
she was already fired from because there's no such thing as character development. No.
Right. The only lesson that he can give her is that she was already great,
Yes.
and she could even be greater than she ever thought before. That was the only lesson. It's like the Rey Skywalker lesson from Star Wars movies.
I love how they bringing in all these women characters, and they're not showing us the women we want to see.
And that's the other thing too. Like a lot of people are saying, like, "Oh, you don't want to. I guess you don't want to see women
You don't want to see
characters."
women
It's
like,
like,
yeah, I want to see Jean Grey. I want to see Storm. I want to see Psylocke.
yeah, there's like countless TV shows starring female
But
action heroes, and that have like dozens of like seasons on TV and movies, franchises. They may have all those underworld movies.
yeah, there was like five of them, wasn't it? Like,
It's like too many.
yeah,
It's
it
like,
was definitely too many. It was getting ridiculous after a while. I watched them though, so you know, uh,
but it's not just like here. It's a action movie with a woman in it. Like Underworld actually had to have like a cool look.
mm,
She had to actually have like cool action scenes. Like Kate Beckinsale, they had to like I don't know choreograph her to like shoot the floor.
yeah, because
Remember she spun around
and he shot the
like
floor,
a
and then
top and shot the floor
and
and then
she,
like went through the floor.
yeah,
That was like the cool action scene of like that time. So that's why people went to go see the movie. Like back in the day, they used to just have cool stuff in the trailer that made you want to see the movie.
yeah.
Now they don't do that. Just like, hey, show up. It's called the Marvels.
It's called the Marvels. Anything cool happen in the trailers? Any clips? No.
Just go see it. It's the
I'm supposed to
Marvels.
see this on the strength of Captain Marvel,
Yeah.
on the strength of Miss Marvel.
Yeah, they talk about they spent $100 million on this marketing. I'm like, damn, do billboards cost that much? Like a train ad, these posters and stuff. Obviously, the world of what a YouTube ad. Obviously, the world of movie making is rigged.
I don't know this.
Like usually I would think like I thought like oh they spent like $100 million to like fly these actors around the world and have these big parties and press junkets and get swag bags to like pay off the reporters to have them write a good review and stuff. I thought that's what they were doing, but since you can't market the film or the stars don't want to participate because of the strike, I thought like the marketing budget would at least be reduced to like I don't know $25 million, $50 million, but nah, it's $100 million. You know, something about the film industry is so insane. Like, how does a small film even have a chance? It costs $100 million to get the word out about the Marvels.
That's what they were talking about. Oh, to get the word out. Listen, huh? Your Barbie got the word out. Okay, I got one for
Yeah.
you. How much did Oppenheimer make?
It made it. I don't think it made a billion, but it was close. It was. I'll tell you, Oppenheimer box office. Of course, they had that meme Barbenheimer and all that.
Oh, so it like piggyback.
Right, it was some kind
So
of
I got another movie that
unofficial
nobody wanted to see. We're talking about sex too.
Barbenheimer. Yeah.
Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah, that
Ain't nobody
flopped
want to
too.
see that. Yo, even a movie I like, the last um Mission Impossible. Nobody saw that either.
Yeah, which is strange. I guess
That one was a little strange, but I'm like, whatever. I ain't gonna. I like the movie, but I'm not gonna beast about it. I'm just like, all right, well,
yeah, Oppenheimer made $948 million.
okay.
Let's see. In the chat, Rasmain says the 2012 Avengers trailer is like what a fan trailers are now. True. Rasmain says, it's a shortcut to what's this thing? Is a black female Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I think that was on the docket, and then they stopped. Then they didn't want to do it.
Wait for which?
I don't know. There was like rumblings that they were going to reboot Buffy. They
Okay.
said Buffy was going to be black or diverse. They said a diverse lead. They didn't say. I don't know if they officially said black,
Oh.
but then they said. Then I guess the internet
Mhm.
was like, no, they don't want a reboot of Buffy. They love Sarah Michelle Gellar, and then they were like, oh, this is not a reboot. This is you crazy people. Like they were gaslighting people and saying it's not a reboot. Are you crazy? This is a continuation where
Okay.
the other
They.
people teach the cast from the original show train up the new Slayer. It's kind of like that, and then people were like, "Oh, okay, all right," and then like it didn't come out.
They was trying
Now
to
the cast are
save
doing like
face.
now the cast is doing like an audio podcast sequel or something,
Hmm.
where it's an alternate reality where Cordelia is a vampire slayer or something
Okay.
in audio podcast form on Audible or something. I don't think Sarah Michelle Gellar wants to come back to Buffy.
Probably not.
I don't think she wants to. She didn't want to all these years, and now she's on some other show. I don't know if that show's still on. Is it the Wolf Pack show or whatever? Anyway, it's a different time. Like Buffy was a different time.
Yeah.
It's a good show though.
Yeah. It was.
Joss Whedon, look, it's Joss Whedon, and he was involved with the Avengers. He's canceled, so
Right.
they probably secretly wish he can come back and like fix their stuff. But
Not gonna happen. What other comments we
uh,
got here?
um, Rasmus says Blade was too busy slaying vampires to be a proper father. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I don't want to see Blade be some deadbeat dad. Like,
Yeah, that's. Yo, why the God make the black man the deadbeat dad?
yeah, that was the one thing about the Ghostbusters Afterlife movie. Like, that was like my nitpick is like I don't like the fact that they're trying to make Egon some like kind of deadbeat dad or something.
Yeah, yeah.
He didn't tell his family about the secret or something like that. I'm just like, what is this? Like, I mean, I get it though, but like, because at the end they reveal why he didn't tell his family about the secret.
Yeah, they
And
had an
then
excuse, but
But I mean, it's
I
kind of
agree.
dark for like a go. It's kind of dark for like a Ghostbusters movie. Like I mean, like
I guess they were trying to figure out how to put him in there because since he passed, but I'm like,
that's true.
they could have did something else, or I don't know. They
Yeah,
could have did it another way where it's like, oh, you
they
know,
went too hard on that one.
yes,
And even in the trailer, they had the part where like Dan Aykroyd, they call him up for help, and he's like, "We're closed," and he just hangs with the phone.
right.
He calls up the magic shop for like Dan Aykroyd's help, and he's like, "Oh Ray, we need your help." He's like, "We're closed." He just like hangs with the phone. He's bitter.
And then they had that doing like Ray, like, oh, I
Yeah,
don't know,
Ray's like, "I hope they rot in hell" or something. Like his old partner is. I'm like, "Come on, you could, I don't want
like
to think
I
about it."
hate Egon. You hate
I
Egon. Like what?
word, like this is hey, what is this?
Like nah, son. This is
Like
sad.
Days of Future Past Ray stands. It's like punished Ray stands. He's bitter and angry at his old Ghostbusters. By the end, it's like they're all buddies again and all
Yeah, I
that.
mean,
But
I was feeling it by the end, but I know what you're saying now. Because when I saw that part come up, I was just like, I don't like this.
yeah, I don't like
I
this.
don't like this. Like
Thing.
this would give me bad feelings, right?
It was a commentary on they were trying to like swerve you or something to make it so they could bring back the happy at the end.
Maybe.
But it was always like that too in Ghostbusters for some reason. Like in Ghostbusters 2, it was like, oh, they were big heroes, and then in Ghostbusters 1 and then Ghostbusters 2 they're broke.
Right.
They ain't making no money, everyone hates them. Getting yelled at birthday parties. They never like have the Ghostbusters still be a success from the last movie.
Right. Well, I guess in this one, I don't know. They had
At
Winston
least
beat him.
Rocky got to keep his money for a few sequels, like after he won the big fight in like Rocky 2.
Yeah.
The Ghostbusters franchise is always the Ghostbusters wind up being broke again. Um, Also in the Ghostbusters Afterlife, I never understand like in these Ghostbusters films, like they somehow forget about ghosts. Like they
I don't
always
know.
think
That's
it's
mad
like some
stupid. Like
they always think it's some scam or that
yeah, I'm
like the
tired of
ghost
that.
thing isn't that important. And if some supernatural event happened like that and it was recorded on film and news reports, like a giant marshmallow man or like a giant like Statue of Liberty walking around, this would be the only thing that uh the Earth would occupy itself with. The
Yes.
government were trying to be breaking into like I don't know other dimensions using spell books. Religion would go
Son,
through the roof. Cults would spring up across the
son,
world.
they would
Our whole,
they would reprint the Tobin Spirit Guide like for every institution.
doing people doing witchcraft. TikTok would be all witch talk.
Right.
It'd be crazy. It'd be like the world would have changed. And that's never acknowledged. It's just like, oh, time passed. No one cares. Anyway, that's enough Ghostbuster talk. Let's see. Mike has been. He says now they play an old rap song in the commercial, and that's enough to get you in. Yeah, we heard an old rap song. Remember we talked about this? We heard an old rap song. We heard the Rick Ross rap, "The Devil Is a Lie," whatever that song is, playing in "The Flowers of the Killer Moon," the Scorsese
Yeah,
movie.
we here if y'all don't know, but y'all should know this by now. We are anti having inappropriately placed rap songs in your trailer because there's always specifically trying to mix in with the audio cinematics. It's very annoying. I think.
It doesn't fit. Unless you're doing a period piece of the '90s or something, then maybe. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. Like they had I guess they don't have rock songs anymore. Like rock is over, I guess.
Oh yeah, I guess that's done.
What now? I don't know. What do people listen to now? Just Taylor Swift and mumble rap or
Then fine. Then use the movie score. Use the movie
yeah.
score.
That's what they mostly use. That's what they mostly use.
Yeah.
That's why they don't have soundtracks anymore. I
No,
don't.
you're right.
Rasmus says let's uh, yeah, see this movie on the strength of Brie or maybe Tiana. I don't know. Thing is, like, I find that these billion-dollar movies, like Captain Marvel, the first one, or like the Star Wars movies,
Hmm.
like I guess like these actresses didn't springboard into being in other things and other big box office successes.
Yeah,
Even Jennifer Lawrence was like sprung, she was able to springboard her success from other things.
she sprung board herself from nothing into being the first woman in an action
Oh, that's true.
movie.
But she was also in, she was in that movie with Bradley Cooper. Remember, he was nominated for an Academy Award. They were with Robert De Niro. They were dancing. I forgot the name of the movie,
I forgot the name of the movie
but at
myself.
least like it was like critically acclaimed.
Right.
And she was in Joy by the same director. And used to get like some critical successes, if
Right.
not like billion-dollar box office successes. What's the name of that movie? I'm trying to remember.
I don't know. I
Like
can't remember
Robert
myself.
De Niro, Jennifer Lawrence. What's the name of that thing?
Hold on. When did you leave off?
Silver Linings Playbook. Man, that
Oh,
was 2012. This was a long time ago.
that was the time of the
But
first
still,
Avengers.
yeah. But I haven't seen Ray Skywalker. What's her real name again? Daisy Ridley.
Oh yeah.
Get one of these like I don't know big type films.
Thought she was supposed to be the darling. Well, whatever.
I don't know. It's hard out here for everybody, I guess. Like Rachel Zegler is in more stuff than
She the next big
uh,
thing, bro.
I guess so. Resume says Charisma Carpenter can do whatever she wants. I guess so. All those people from Buffy and Angel were like good actors. They could have like I feel like they could have they should have had bigger careers.
Yeah,
I
what
mean,
was
some of
my
them did have big careers though. I mean, like I guess the most successful one of them all was Willow, Allison Hannigan, because she was in How I Met Your Mother, and that show was like huge.
you gonna bypass my man Spike in the biggest role of all time, son? Piccolo.
Oh,
You
yes, right, Piccolo.
know, I
And the
still
Dragon
not have
Ball.
not seen that movie. I'm not even gonna
That's
name the
that's just
movie.
sad, bro. Because Spike on Buffy was like,
It was awesome.
yeah, he was like one of the standouts. He was like the breakout character, like Fonzie or Urkel or one of those people. And the best that Hollywood had for him was playing Piccolo in the Dragon Ball Evolution movie.
That was sad, bro.
I'm like, bruh, come on, man.
Not Piccolo, bro. Like, why we? Who did my man?
And that was back in like the 2000s and stuff, where you could have made a person a celebrity, like the early 2000s. Star power was still a thing.
Yeah,
Now it's tough. Like star power is basically anybody who's a star now is grandfathered in from the past. Like
yeah.
Brad Pitt is still a star, but only because he was a star back in the time when that meant something.
So,
Mike has bad niece says Five Nights at Freddy's cost 20 million and made a profit the first weekend.
oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
right.
know. So
I had a low budget, and then
that's why they're like, hmm.
so they're a success.
Yeah. Now they're like, video games, everyone? Video games? And I tell you what, Disney doesn't have any video games. I guess they're gonna have to start scrambling to get some rights together.
I'm kind of
Maybe
so.
maybe their Kingdom Hearts connection with Square. Maybe they can get that going. Let's see the Kingdom Hearts movie.
Can you imagine?
Might as well. I mean, Mickey Mouse and Sora. And that's what people want to see. I don't know.
Can they? Can they? Well, I guess they could achieve that. Maybe.
It's
Maybe.
possible.
I don't know. I don't know anymore. Let me. Like, Rasmussen says, let's be honest, Blade is a MGTOW. Yeah, he went his own way. My man went his own way,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
He probably red pill by now.
yeah.
He just,
Yeah. The most he been with a woman was like he kissed that vampire at the end before she like disintegrated in Blade 2.
yeah, there you go.
That was the most loving he ever did.
Wait, did they kiss? Or did
That's a
she
good
just,
question.
or did she just disintegrate in his arms? I can't remember.
I
Don't.
can't remember either. Actually, you may be right. He might have just disagreed in your arms. I think you're probably right about that. He's just
Uh,
big time. Okay, he's
Rasmussen.
going his own. Um, Mr. Rasmus said Mr. T in Ghostbusters. Thoughts? He was in Ghostbusters. What?
Wait, he won't. Wait, is he going to be in the next Ghostbusters? And if so, why? I mean, I guess a cameo won't hurt.
Mm-hmm. Rasmus says the trick to a successful ghostbusting business is to not be too good at it.
Yeah, I mean, oh, that's true because they every time they like bust one of these like every time they get rid of one of like these ancient gods.
Yeah, then the portal closes up, or like
Yeah,
all the ghosts. There's no more ghosts to bust.
this is funny. It's because like there's no ghost on their own accord. I guess in the movies, like there's no ghost on their own accord. It's like one of these entities comes out and they're the reason that the dead start rising.
Yeah. See, to have a franchise movie, you just have to have a situation where the ghosts are continually around all the time, like the portal's never closed, or whatever.
I
They're
mean,
just here,
I would.
or maybe like a lot of them came out at one time,
Mhm.
and then you close the portal, and now the rest of the series is just busting all these ghosts that escape.
Yeah, the random. I would have thought. I mean,
That also try to reopen portals and things like that.
maybe this is just me, but I would have thought that the regular ghost
Yeah,
would just like they would just
get
come in.
stronger and stronger and
They
become bigger ghosts.
well, not even that. Like the regular ghost would just kind of exist every time a person passes or and decides not to go to the afterlife or whatever, and that would be a regular thing. And then when the entity comes in, they kind of hold the spiritual energy and control the ghost in existence, plus bring in bigger like monsters or demons or whatever. But that's
Yeah.
not the way they're running it. They're just like, oh, the entities come and so do the rest of the ghosts. I don't know, whatever.
Right, right,
I don't
right.
even know who
Whatever.
the entity is in this next one.
Yeah, because in the trailer for the new Ghostbusters movie, I guess it's some demon that can make freeze things.
Right.
He froze the city.
So this is probably another god or goddess or something. I don't know.
Dan Aykroyd, I guess, has a bunch of ideas, so he's probably like, "Oh, let's have a ancient freezing ghost and stuff."
Let's see what it is. You know what I'm saying? Rasmus says Tarantino threw me off with Rick Ross rapping in Django.
Yeah, that was weird.
I forgot what song that even was.
Resme says J Law springboarded herself backwards. I think what happened was he made a movie called Mother, and it was directed by Darren Aronofsky. The guy who did Record for a Dream,
Mm-hmm.
and then the critics hated it. I never saw it, but they hated it. And then she like I don't know said I'm taking a break from acting or something.
Hmm.
I don't know. So something around that time happened with Jennifer. Now I guess she's is she back. She did that comedy.
Hmm.
Um, that that came out in the summer. So I guess she's coming back. Rasme says after Buffy Angel, James Marsters became Waldo Faldo. Yeah, I remember after Buffy and Angel, he did he became Brainiac on the Smallville show.
I forgot about that.
And I was like, what? He should be having his own show.
Yeah.
Like, and if anything, a cop or whatever it is, like the career's got to go up. Like, you know what I mean? Like, making the side lateral moves to the next WB show. It's like, what are you doing?
I don't know. My man got a strange career, bro.
Yes, it was a strange career. Like I thought he was like gonna be one of these stars some horror movie or something like that. And it didn't work out. Kind of
Sad,
weird.
sad state of affairs.
I think it's because his accent wasn't real. You know,
Oh,
maybe if his
maybe.
accent was real, 'cause maybe they liked him because he played that character, but his real. But he was still a good actor though. That shouldn't matter as much.
Right.
Yeah. Power 800 says Marvel versus Capcom,
Well, for a
the
movie.
movie. Yeah, that'd be hilarious. Someone's gonna try to make a Street Fighter movie again. I know that.
Yeah, they are.
It will happen. And will they make Ryu the main character? Are they gonna have the Cole Young of the Street Fighter universe? Is that
No,
what they're
no,
doing?
no, no, no. You just
Maybe
triggered me,
have
bro.
yeah, some random MMA fighter in the Street Fighter universe. It'll be
No, no.
Ken, Ryu, and some guy named I don't know Dave. Ken, Ryu, Sagat, M Bison, and Dave. That they have those YouTube, press kit videos explaining to you the lore of this new character they made up that you need to introduce you to the world of Street Fighter. You grew up with the video games, you played it when you were like a little kid and stuff, but it doesn't matter because you need this new character they created called Dave to usher you in to the world of Street Fighter. that is,
uh,
that'll probably happen. Can you imagine?
oh god. I
Like
just
Cole Young. It's like, bro, people went to see Five Nights at Freddy's. All right. I never played that game in my life. I don't even know what it looks like. Okay. And I'm gonna just go on a limb and say more people know what Mortal Kombat is than they do some Five Nights at Freddy's.
yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
let's take a guess. All right. That you don't need some character that screenwriter created, I don't know, called Cole Young to know what's to usher you into the world so you so your feeble mind can comprehend who Sub Zero is. Give me a break. It's like everybody in this country has played Street Fighter one or Mortal Kombat one time in their
Yes.
life. Men, women, children, grandmothers at this point. Little grandmothers back in 1992
Yes.
or whatever were like mashing the buttons trying to get Scorpion to do a fatality. Okay? To a 55-year-old women now. Oh yeah, I remember back in the day. 60-year-old grandmas. No joke. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is a long time ago, bro.
It
That
is.
these games came out.
You're right.
65-year-old grandmothers were like, "Oh yeah, I remember when I was trying to, they wouldn't tell you how to do the Hadouken back then. You had to, you couldn't just look that up on the internet. You had to keep mashing the buttons till one came out, and then you were the king of the arcade laundromat or whatever." These I don't know, these super boomers that run the studios think that no one knows who Mortal Kombat is, what a Liu Kang is, who Ryu is. They don't know. They're not gonna know.
So it's time for Dave.
Meanwhile, we're supposed to know who Captain Marvel is.
I'll make up the lore for Dave right now. Dave is the I don't know, secret son of I don't know, M Bison or something, man.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
He
he's the
got
secret
psycho
son of M.
power.
Bison.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? And
he's the diverse son of M. Bison.
all right, okay, yeah. So he okay. Boom. He's played. What race are we making him?
I don't know. He's like Cuban and and Portuguese
There you go.
mix.
Boom. Yep.
And he's M. Bison's son, but he really wants to rap.
Right.
That's his calling. Okay, this is calling. So he left.
And
He
he's trying.
left Bison to go do this, and he hooked up with DJ
Right.
in Jamaica. and now he has to team up to fight his father and stuff. And that's the new
So so
Street Fighter movie.
Dave, along with the help of Ken, Ryu, Chun Li, and Gato,
And DJ,
and DJ, gonna take down Shadow Lu.
right,
I don't care what anybody says. It's Shadow Lord to me. Oh, that's my head canon. But
right.
Shadow Lu,
But it's mostly Dave.
yeah, mostly
Okay,
Dave. You know what I'm saying?
this new character created for the franchise. This is
And he has a
how they
solo
do that.
fight against Bison,
Yes,
and he beats up Akuma. And
right. He
oh,
teaches he teaches Ryu how to do the Hadouken.
oh, he's gonna erase Goken right now.
Yeah, we're just gonna erase Goken. We're gonna erase Akuma. We're gonna erase all those guys. And thank you, Dave.
Yo, we need to stop talking about this before they make it by mistake, bro. This is gonna be our fault. If y'all hear a movie come out any similar to this in the realms of Street Fighter, just know it was our fault. My bad. Our bad.
True.
Oof.
Rasmane says Ghostbusters versus climate change. This is the thing that people are saying because like the Ghostbusters trailer called Frozen Kingdom and it was about New York freezing during summer. So
Right.
now they're like, is this a climate change movie? We don't know. As long as no one says the words climate change in the movie,
Then it's
they
not.
have plausible deniability.
Yeah.
At most, it could be a metaphor for it. But if they start saying it, it's like I can't imagine them not saying it. Like, you know,
Mm.
they'd be like, they said, and they said climate change wasn't real.
Uh,
And Ronald Trump said that.
no, bro. Oh, all right. It's too much.
I mean, if they can like keep that stuff out of their mouth and just have it at most be a metaphor for that, then they won't get roasted on the internet. But if they can just relax, not make it issue out of it, not make it an issue film,
Right.
then we can, don't mention any political parties or anything like that. Then it'll be smooth sailing, I guess.
We should put
Um,
Eric Adams in the movie. We have
yeah,
a freezing crisis.
yeah. He always says crises. You know what I'm saying? Crises. The crises. I don't understand that, man. Um, Rasmane says Dave introduces Chun Li to hair buns. Exactly. That'll be
Dave.
Dave's wife, his Dave's family, his kids. His
Oh
kids is doing
Lord.
Chun Li's hair and stuff. Remember how like Cole Young had a family?
Yes.
Yes. Rasmane says Grandma slapped her down her quarters. I got next son.
Imagine getting beat up by
I
the
mean, think
grandma.
about it.
It's Street Fighter.
Everybody's grown up with video games. Like I'm old. I'm older. Like what I'm saying. But I remember my parents' generation were playing like Pac-Man.
Right.
So like this generation's parents were definitely playing Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat when they were kids.
That's true.
And, especially video games. Video games is like like a Gen X thing. They grew up with video games when they were kids. So they gotta treat this with respect. Uh Rasmane says Paul Rudd's not gonna be able to help himself. He ad libs.
Yeah,
I don't know.
uh,
Well, after Ant-Man, I don't know. You can't really.
yeah,
But
like
they
yo,
already
bro,
filmed it, so
don't tank again. it's,
player.
it's not even your movie, bro. Stop.
I don't know. Paul Rudd's kind of media trained. I don't think he'd get wild. We'll see. We'll see.
Um, but yeah, anyway, yo, as I gotta run up
Yeah.
out of here. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. What did we learn today?
Mhm.
We learned that the news articles hate Disney and Marvel right
Yes, it's interesting development. Also, guys, if you like the stream, like the video.
now.
Helps with the
Yes,
algorithm.
thank you. Yes, if you please
Okay.
do that.
Check out our comic, Read a Cyberpunk Fairytale on redcombook.com.
Yo,
88-page graphic novel of Red Riding Hood in a cyberpunk reimagining, kicking butt and taking names.
The link is in the chat right now. That was the last link that was dropped.
Yep, and the link is also in the description.
Yep. So we will catch you live stream next time.
So yeah, subscribe, hit the bell so we know when we come on. You will get the alert. Bing bing. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right, y'all. Until next time, we'll see you. Peace out.
Peace.